Hi, welcome back. This is video number 7 in our garage, and we're modifying our vehicle and saving those changes to player prefs. And here we are in the suspension, and today we're looking at the position. Alright, okay, so this is the position that the wheel settles at, okay, and for example, as you mess around with it, it will settle at the top of the spring, or the bottom of the spring, or the middle of the spring, okay. Right, great. So you can work that out yourself and see what the effects are, but it's very handy and great. It normally works very well with the height. Alright, so let's have a look here. How do we do that? Well, excuse me. So here we have quite simply two more sliders here, position and position, and you can see them here and here, okay. And we have our car manager, and I've put our position slider in here and in here, front and rear. So we have independent front and rear settings. Okay, great. So which value are we changing? Well, if we look at the wheel hub, the value that we're changing now is this one here, target position. Okay, so the target position here 0.5, and we'll see if that works. All right. Okay, so we've got our suspension and we're moving this value around, and as you can see up here, the target position is moving. Alright, so it's obviously like sits at the bottom of the suspension and then sits at the top of the suspension. Alright, okay, great. Okay, and the same for this one as well. Right, great. So how do we do that? Well, we need to go into have a look at our script, which is our car manager, and this is the last thing we're going to do with this car manager. It's a huge script, yes, but believe me, it could be a lot bigger if we did independent wheel settings, but we're nearly there. Right, so all we've done today is we've basically got here a position, again a float and a slider for the front, and a float and a slider for the rear, as before. And what we've done again is for position, we've basically got the position, the current position from player prefs, and if it's less than 0.1, or if it's a new install, then we set it at 0.5. Okay, depending on your car, you can choose which value you want there. Great, and then we've basically set the slider value to our position front that we've drawn from player prefs as before. Okay, and then the last thing it does here is it basically says, okay, let's run this function value change check front position, and as you can see here, excuse me, we have exactly the same scenario for the rear. Okay, so let's just have a look at the front. Now the first thing is, how do we know that the value has changed of the slider? Well, quite simply, we set up a listener. Okay, so this is a listener, and it's going to listen for any changes in the value of the slider. Alright, and if it senses a change in the value of the slider, it will run this function. Alright, so we'll just look at the front one because the rear one's the same. Value change check front position. So we come down here, and this is what we're looking at. Okay, alright, I'll give you a chance to screenshot this once I've finished explaining what's going on. So what does this do? Well, first of all, it grabs the position, a new position from our slider, and it's equal to it's the value of the slider. Alright, and then we set the car spring target position equal to the value that we're receiving from the slider. Okay, and we do that for front and for left and for right. Okay, great, and then we save our position again in player prefs so as we can use it later on. Great, okay, and then exactly the same thing for the rear. Okay, good. So for those new to this, and for those who just want to see the whole script all at once, here we go. So take a screenshot, and here, and here, and here. This is your front wheels. All the rear wheels coming up. And there you go. Okay, so we're done with this script now. That's pretty much running everything there. Okay, and we know that it works. All right, so let's just make sure. How do we do that? Well, first of all, we check our sliders are working correctly. Okay, so we can pull our slider up here, and we can go to the position as before, move our slider, yeah, and we can see a value change over here. Okay, there you go, that's working. And again with the rear we do exactly the same. We just check that's working as well, and visually you can see you can see what's going on. Alright, okay. So that's all you need to know. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something, and yeah, see you in the next video. We're going to, in the next video, do the last of our windows here, which is going to change the top speed of the vehicle and the torque. Okay, great. Yeah, thanks very much, and see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye.